Hello everybody, this is not my usual video that I would put out, but I feel that this is a very important thing to address in the Warrior Cats community, so I would like to talk about it. I'm gonna be talking about Pinkbunnygirl43, and I want this to be very quick and polite and professional. I want to start this off by saying most of these are just allegations. I have some photos that I would like to show, but most of these are alleged, and also I would just like to ask, don't go after her. Don't go after Pinkbunnygirl43, because I don't condone that, and I never will. So I want to keep that, I want to keep everybody in mind of that. Please be advised that I'm going to be talking about very heavy topics such as grooming, child predators, and general child endangerment. So if that bothers you, please, now is the time to click off. So Spotted Leaf's Heart is a book in the Warrior Cats canon about Spotted Leaf as a young apprentice being groomed by a warrior Thistleclaw. And it's very plain and simple. She's being groomed. It is famously one of the most poorly written Warrior Cats books. Spotted Leaf only stops her relationship that is being pursued by Thistleclaw because he's training in the Dark Forest, and not because she realizes that he is grooming her. Obviously, Warrior Cats has a lot of young readers, and unfortunately that is not something that, a child should be picking up from that. Just, hey, if an adult comes after me in that way, it's okay, as long as they don't hurt people, because it's not okay. Now, Pinkbunnygirl43 made a sort of Draw My Life series with Warrior Cats characters, and one of which she did with Spotted Leaf, where she speed painted her life. And one of these speed paints that she included was a picture of Spotted Leaf and Thistleclaw sitting in a tree together sharing prey. Now, there are some artists on here that have drawn the events of Spotted Leaf's Heart, but they do it in a way that shows a proper message of spreading awareness about grooming. However, in this picture, as you can see, they're portrayed very cutesy, almost like it's a normal relationship. The video has since been deleted. This could be false, but I have seen the video when I was younger. I faintly remember her asking questions, what did you think about the speed paint? What do you think about the story? But she also treated it kind of like it was normal. She was like, do you guys ship this? What do you guys think? You guys ship it? And it's even as a kid, I thought that was really weird, but yeah, that could be false. That's alleged. I'll say that I did have to do a lot of digging to find any trace that this video even existed, and I couldn't find the video, but I just found the thumbnail and then kind of a work in progress version of the thumbnail for a promo, and I want to bring this up. I wanted to bring this whole thing up because all I'm saying is that I'm concerned that the video was just kind of swept under the rug without any visible statement. And quite frankly, I don't know how many children saw that video and thought that that type of relationship was okay. And that is important, and that's why I'm bringing that up. I would like to see the video resurfaced and, talked about. Maybe it wasn't painted in such a positive light, and I don't remember, but I can't be sure of that now. I acknowledge completely that this may not be what it seems, but you have to understand that by the looks of it, it really, sounds that way. I have yet to find any statement or anything, and nobody's really even talked about it. So I just, I wanted to bring this up before I brought up the next topic, but I believe I'm done with this. Big thanks to Frost Bitezz5 for letting me use its video on this topic. He and I had a lovely conversation about just this issue and the one that I previously mentioned, and he was kind enough to give me permission to use its video in my video, so thank you to Frost Bitezz5. I will play the clip from its video about the generative AI use, and then I will kind of comment on the signs that were, already there for everyone to see. So here is the clip.
But she is using AI on her website.
One video, which isn't a vlog, but instead an instrumental story, is entirely AI generated, as further proven by Lily herself in a reply stating that it is generated with Sora. Lily is deleting any comments calling out the usage of AI, including a comment I left myself.
You can also see in her thumbnails that she uses a lot of AI, as pictured here. And as far as I've seen with my research, she has made a statement in the description of her video stating that she won't stop using AI despite everything, so that's not good. I'm just, here to address the relevant issues that I see with Pinkbunnygirl43, but if you want a more in-depth video about the AI use, definitely check out Frost Bitezz5's video. It'll be linked in the description. Now, this is not Pinkbunnygirl43's first controversy. However, I just wanted to bring this up because, it's what's happening at the moment, and I really think it's important that we spread awareness about this. It truly is unfortunate because Pinkbunnygirl43 got me and so many others into Warrior Cats. Thank you so much for your attention. I would like to encourage once again not to go harass Pinkbunnygirl43. This video was simply made out of concern for the younger members of our fandom.